making these videos is setting off the fan on my surface, and it is going crazy. It is getting really hot. So I'm going to solve number 5 on your homework. Okay, and let's take a look. Okay, there's not really a really clear-cut variable to get rid of, but if you look at z, or well, z, if you have, let's go ahead and number our equations. If we have this is 1, whoops, I need to put it back down. Okay, even though it's getting really hot. 2 and 3. If you look at z right here, okay, we have a -6 and a +6. We know if we put 1 and 2 together, we can get rid of z. And if we put 1 and 3 together, we can make this a 6 by multiplying it by 3 and get rid of that. So let's go ahead and get rid of z. Our attack plan is to get rid of z. Okay, so I'm going to put 1, which is a -x minus y minus 6z equals 0, and we're going to put 3 together. That's a 5x minus y plus 2z. Whoops, why did I say that I'm going to do 1 and... Oh well, we'll do the hard one first. Okay, when we put 1 and 3 together, I need to make this a 6, so that tells me I know that I have to multiply this entire equation by a 3. Okay, so when I do that, I get a 15x minus 3y plus 6z equals, I have an 18 times 3, which is a 54. Okay, our first equation was a -x minus y minus 6c equaling a 0. When we put those two together, we end up with the 14x and a minus 4y. Cancel out the z, equals 54. This is our fourth equation. Actually, we can reduce this equation because they're all divisible by 2. Okay, but let's just leave it as is. Okay, let's go ahead and put another equation to pair them up. We said that we're going to do 1 and 2. So 1 is -x minus y minus 6c equals 0. And then it's a 2x minus 2y plus 6c equals 12. So I end up with an x minus 3y, cancel out the z, equals 12. This is our fifth equation. So we have two equations here. We have the same two variables, and we've eliminated our target variable, which is z. I'm going to put 4 and 5 together. Here's 4. 4 is 14x minus 4y equals 54. And we have an x, or the fifth equation is x minus 3y equals 12. Now, I need to get rid of one of the variables. I can get rid of y. I can multiply this 4 and 3. It needs to become 12. So multiply the first equation by a -3. And then the second equation by a 4. But we have 14x here, and this x is just sitting here by itself with the 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is multiply the fifth equation by a -14. Okay, now when I do that, I get a -14 plus negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 14 is a 42. Y equals 12 and -14. That's going to be a negative. That's a 12 times 14, which is 168. Let's go ahead and put this. That was the fifth equation. Let's go ahead and put the fourth equation underneath it. 14. Whoops, I forgot the x here. And a -4y equals 54. The x's cancel out, and then we have a 42 minus 4, which is a 38y equals negative 168 plus 54. That gives you a negative 114. We're going to divide both sides by 38. So we have y equaling a negative 3. Okay. And then we're going to use this variable. We're going to put it into either one of these equations right here. Let's go ahead and put it into 5. So I'm going to put it into 5, okay, which is an x minus 3y equals 12. So that's a x minus 3 times negative 3 equals 12. So x plus 9 equals 12. Subtract both sides by 9. So x equals 3. Okay, so we have an x equals 3, x equals minus 3. I'm going to use one of the equations here to get myself that target variable z. Okay, I'm going to use equation 1. Okay, 1 is negative x minus y minus 6z equals 0. And we have x equals 3. What we gathered so far, y equals negative 3. So we have a negative. We're going to substitute that 3 in. We have a minus negative 3 minus 6c equals 0. So we have a negative 3 and a plus 3 minus 60 equals 0. Negative 3 plus 3 is a 0 minus 60 equals 0. Okay, we're going to divide both sides by negative 6. We can just leave that 0 off there. And then z equals 0. I'm tired, guys. Sorry. I may have said some wrong things, but the whole process is correct. And our final answer is 3 comma negative 3, 0. And yay! Good job, guys.